filter, breather head bolts, and classing up the Mikuni carb we got on here. So kind of button up this area. Finally got some parts that have been in back order for a while, and we can focus on getting this tidied up so it is more permanent. We got our choke here just dangling around, and I got some breather bolts that are wide open. I got an air cleaner area that just needs to be buttoned up so that this rag doesn't have to keep going back in, back out, back in, just because I'm working on it off and on, all that good stuff. So let's check out the box and show you guys what I got. First up, our air cleaner by Gasbox, and this is pretty much as simple as it gets, but looks just right. This is more chopper style, simple, clean, and it may be on the small side. We'll see when it gets on, but this is how it comes, full thing right here, okay? Pull this out. Bam, look at that. Dished, kind of got that old school wheel 55 look to it. Got some bolts here in the back so we can plug it right on, and real small. I'll get the measuring tape out. I actually have not too sure how tall this really is or wide. Well, we'll figure it out when we get it on there, but that's their air filter, super simple. We'll get that on there in a moment. If you didn't know, now you do. When you buy a Mikuni carb, you get two options when it comes to doing your choke cable that comes with this. So you have the original one that comes out of the box, or you could swap it out for your original Harley. That'll allow you to keep it on the original spot per se. Now this is also a much larger diameter Mikuni carb, which also pushes it out a little bit further, but there's other caveats to that as well. I have a boot that puts it back. But anyways, most time you should be fine by swapping that out and you plop your choke cable back to the original spot. But in this case, I've moved my coil, which then the whole bracket is no longer there, and where the gas is going, all that has been changed. So I needed to essentially work with the original one we have here. And where are we gonna place it? Because it is just dangling at every spot that we go, and it's not good. It's good for testing. Got it up here, everything runs awesome. Now we gotta figure out where its permanent home's gonna be, and finally got the parts in to do that. In particular, Todd Cycles. Got it upside down somewhere, there we go. And this is pretty much like a dress up kit for this Mikuni carb. It's gonna give us a new bracket that's gonna hang down here. It's gonna give us new little knobs there. Got little knurls up on top, so just grab it a little bit easier. So see how that looks. Should be potentially right around there. We'll see how it goes and get it all fixed up. It's odd because when I went to go look for choke hold downs, choke relocations, choke, all that stuff for cables, everything out there is for the CV carb, a little bit S&S. But there wasn't much out there for the Mikuni carb, which surprised me because this carb is extremely popular. Mikunis are probably next to the most battled out S&S, and then obviously you got CVC, but there's just nothing out there. There's like 2 brackets you can find out there, and the manufacturers that make them are pretty much independent guys that make them out there. And there's only like 1 location. There are a lot of locations you can get for different spots for the CV carb. Probably more common because it's going to become stock on the bike. But just thought that was kind of funny that such a popular carb, but not a lot of ones make out there for the relocation, for the choke, to be able to at least put it somewhere. Maybe everyone just switches out to the Harley one. Would make sense, but now you know. All right, so let's get our choke hold on figured out, get it on here. So I got both boots slid back, and this is a bolt that's obviously got a hole through it. That's how the cable goes through. And then from there, there's a small like C-clip style pin that's right here. We're gonna pull that off, and that'll allow us to pull apart the clutch cable itself. So I'm gonna slip this off. Hopefully don't shoot across the garage here. Don't wanna lose that. It's like a little teeny, almost like paper clip that's around there. Now we can have the space to grab this where it's not gonna knurl up anything. I wanna grab the channel locks here and grab it right there, so then that will hold our knob. We're actually just going to, we could just get it off like that, it'd be easier, but that's not gonna happen. So we're just gonna cut this. Now, this should allow us to get everything apart. Perfect. Now we got that, we can get our new bracket on there. So these are, of course, Phillips. It's always fun to do upside down. Get these removed here. New bracket, fit up there just like that. There, so this is threaded, so we're gonna run this right through. A little anti-seize in there so it doesn't get locked up. Aluminum against aluminum there, heat in all that area. Now we can slide our choke cable in. Now we gotta slip our pin back on here, and I almost forgot to throw on our boot here. Get the actual knob. In order to fit the matching knob to this one, we actually have to cut off the cable to the either screw. So roll this back a bit, you can kind of see it's like a sprung wire here that connects to this knob, and that allows you to turn obviously the idle back and forth, and we're going to shorten it up here so that it's nice and tucked away and not dangling out here. So let's cut this here. So I wanted to make sure everything worked on the carb, so we're good there. So we're going to put our filters now into our bolt hole breathers, head bolt breathers. Let's go in there. Slide our clips in. There we go. So I wanted to find something small and nimble for this bike. It's supposed to be a fast bike. It's supposed to be fun to race, ride, and trying to find an air filter that didn't smack into your knees and wasn't so godly off to the right-hand side of the bike. I've had filters on my bikes before that were just too gaudy after I put them on. They look cool in pictures, and if you get them on, they just took the entire appearance. It looks like there's just a massive air filter with just a tiny bit of motor. And it happens with Sportsters. On the big Evos, you don't really have to worry about that too much. They pretty much all flow pretty well together. But if you don't find the right one for the Sportster, it's gonna pretty much take the whole look away. So I wanted to find something smaller, and we're going against the grain on that because Hammer Performance would prefer that you have a nice, big, round air filter, and that's probably the right way to go if we were to drag race. But a little less horsepower, maybe, who knows, we'll see, probably. Let's get this one on. This is by Gasbox, and they make pretty much all chopper stuff. Everything's been related to companies that make essentially chopper stuff. So it's got its transitions in mind from a race bike, performance bike, down to now we're going chopper. So we are putting the back plate on, and it's pretty simple. This is about as easy as it gets. Gasbox also makes this bracket, so everything should line up perfectly. I did throw some medium Loctite on here. Do not want these bolts getting loose and getting sucked up anywhere that it doesn't need to go. There, and our air filter, put our cover on. Bam, our air filter, our new choke or enricher by Mikuni, and our idle screw all nicely tucked away. I like the screws, I like up here about the breather. I like the air intake. I'm just curious on how it's gonna feel smacking against my knees, if it's going to or not. I feel like it's going to happen, but who knows, all right? After we ride, but for now, it looks great. It'll do until we get to the next one. But for now, guys, that will wrap me in this one. I'll greatly appreciate if you could hit that subscribe button, tap that like, press the notification, leave a comment below and tell me what you think. And for those who are subscribed, thank you, and as always, stay free. See you guys later. Peace.